let me know.
In progress. So we're live.
Okay. All right. It's business coaching and it is Tabitha Thomas, and she is about to tell us what we need to know. We talked about some foundational stuff last week. I don't know what we have in store this week, but a quick personal testimony. Last week we were taught about Tarpago. I took action, went to Tarpago's website, applied for a line of credit or a revolving credit, and it asked me to link my bank so you could check my deposits. Just like Tabitha said, they don't go by your credit score. Unfortunately, my bank did not work with their existing list of banks, so I had to print off 6 months worth of bank statements. I emailed those over there to them, got a call back. It sounded like more of a checking to make sure this is you call versus because it was like from a weird number. And so I answered it, and she was like, okay, yeah, I just wanted to confirm that let you know that we got your documents and then we'll be in touch. And I was like, okay, so I'll keep you guys posted. So if I get approved or not, but I just wanted to shout you out, Tabitha. That was something I took action on. And I hope somebody else has something they took action on too.
That was my next question. So who did what they were supposed to do last week? All my tier ones. Did we get everything? Did we get profiles set up? Did we get virtual? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Did we get virtual addresses? What have we got going on this week? Before I share this vendor list, I want to know what y'all did.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Did y'all hear that? She just turned into a savage coach, right? She got something that y'all want. And before she shares it, she needs to know what have you done for her lately. So let's go around the room, okay? Who was here last time? Was Tamika here last time? Tamika, you were on the call last time.
I was. You would call me first. I'm in the middle of a hot mess right now.
Okay, I'll come back to you. I'll give you a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, who was on the call? Woody, were you on the call last week? Don't be trying to hide.
This is my first time with Tabitha Thomas.
Oh, okay. You off the hook. Liza, you were on the call last week.
Oh, I don't think I was on that call. I was on the next call, the one on Friday.
Oh, okay. You're right. That was
so I'm writing this down. I'm like, Tarpago. Okay, let me write that down. So I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely
know.
watch that replay. It's loaded up in you. So watch that replay to get the whole.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Patsy, please tell me you were on the call last week.
No, ma'am, I wasn't. I was just watching the replay. But you know what? I will say that the gyms were fabulous, because what I did not realize is that I used like Allegiance for my virtual business address. And I didn't realize had I used Opus, I could have had the business. Oh, I'm committed to like 6 months before I can, but yeah. And the second gem was at the start of the business. I was told that I should use the date that I actually filed with the state, not the date I actually been working in the business before filing. So that's a big plus, because I've actually been working it as a sole prop before I filed it. So you rock, Tabitha. Can we have the vendor list now?
We're gonna send it to you, Patsy, right? We're gonna send it to Patsy, okay?
I'll take it.
Okay, so for the ones that was not here last week, where are you guys in your business credit journey? Are you trying to build business credit? Do you know where to start? Do you have your business your profile set up correctly? Like, where are you for the people who were not here? Because I want to make sure everybody is structured properly, because that's like the very first. You have to be structured properly. It's not going to work.
I came in at the very end last week, so that's what I remember. But I mean, as far as I just have my bank account set up, all of that end is all up. As far as deposits, I just haven't had enough business to really focus on like the credit. If they're not looking at credit, then they're looking at the deposits and things like that. What did I miss?
Not for tier one. So tier one, no one is looking at your bank account. Now you will have to place orders for tier one vendors to get them to report to the credit bureaus. And then once they report, then you can move on to tier two. So you don't really need income in tier one. Now you will when you get to 3, 4, and 5. When you get to like getting vehicles and Tarpago and Divvy, they're going to see how much money you're making. But for tier one, if you're just starting out, how much money you make is not relevant right now.
Okay.
The main thing is having your business structured properly so you can start getting those vendor accounts.
Okay, this is Tamika again. Okay, so I'm conflicted because I mean, I have my notary business, but I really want to build the business credit for investment properties. So I'm trying to, I mean, is it smart to do that up under the notary business thing, or should I set up a whole separate thing for that?
If I would set up a whole separate LLC because they're not related at all.
Right.
You build business credit for each business that you have. You don't have to just build it for one business.
Okay.
So you can build it for your notary business. You can build it for your real estate business as well.
But starting
was
from
fun.
scratch doing that, I mean, how I mean, it's the same process?
Same process. Structuring make sure everything is structured properly. Make sure everything is listed where it should be listed, and then you start applying for those tier one vendors.
Okay.
And then
And
once
it's like a 6 to 9 month. You said, Tabitha, if you do it right, 6 to 9
right,
months.
about 6 to 9 months. Mm-hmm.
So what would tier one vendors be for investment? Like an you know, getting business credit specifically for real estate investment.
It may not be specific for real estate investment, but office supplies.
Income.
If you work from home, you need
Yeah, I do.
paper
Gotcha.
towel, wheel. You need paper. Even if you have, I'm pretty sure you have to print something. So basic office supplies can work for your business. So because you want to get to the tier 5, so you can get lines of credit and capital
Right.
to purchase property,
Right.
not using your own money, but using
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Speaking of business credit, what about if you own several businesses, being able to do what I call intercompany loans? Okay.
Mhm.
My real estate company just did an intercompany loan to my farm so that I could get this high tunnel because my cash was low on my farm and I had some cash sitting in my real estate company.
Mhm.
My notary company is now building business credit with Stripe, who is just basing it on the membership recurring. So they'll lend on that.
Mhm.
So I'm in my second loan with them. I'm about to pay the second loan off. And it, like Tabitha said, every time they offer you more. The first time they offered me 10, I took 8. The second time they offered me 26, I took 10. So once I pay this off, if they offered me 26 last time, guess what? They're probably going to offer me 40 something next time. There's a 12-unit apartment complex in Huntsville, Alabama. You see what the business credit, this is what she is getting ready to help us all do. Once you build business credit in one business and you've got this other, like you were talking to Tamika, got this other business over here, companies borrow money from each other all the time on paper. That's all you got to do is write it out. So your accountant may not like it, but it's not illegal, right? So now I can take this money that I could never have gotten from the bank, go put an owner finance down payment on this 12-unit apartment complex, turn it into a transitional home, get that joker humming, pay this loan back, start my business credit with the transitional home business with the Quill and the Amazon and just keep it flowing. So
see, look at you. All right. You got
And you called that interconnecting. What did you call that?
girl, I made it up. It is called
I liked it.
intercompany. It sounded good though, didn't it?
It really did.
I'll put it in my notes.
It's intercompany lending, like intra-department. Like I got 3 companies and sometimes one doesn't have as much cash as the other. So I will make a loan, a low interest loan from my one company to another company and pay that loan back. So
See, look at you.
You're like my Thomas Edison.
Yes.
girl, that means a lot because I used to hide in my nerdiness, but now I learned that surrounding myself with people like Tabitha and Georgette and people who are nerdy in their areas just makes my life happy. Okay, tier 1. Everybody that we're not going to rewatch that video right now. Where are we going from here? So we're not going, she gave me a list that I don't know that I can even hand out yet. So I'm just going to wait.
Okay, so go ahead and hand out the list because
Okay.
the list is very detailed. It tells you the tier, who it reports to, what you need to do, everything. So everybody's at different levels. Some people are at tier 1, some people been doing this for a while. I know Miss what is her name? Oh my God, I'm terrible with names. She was my favorite last week. What's her name? With the Celine.
Who was it that was talking? I can't. If you hadn't asked me, I probably could tell you.
Airbnb.
Miss Avis.
Avis, yes. Avis, yeah. So she's a little bit farther along in business. So everybody's at different levels in this. So that list is all the levels. So wherever you fall at, you can find some vendors or some accounts to apply for, and you will know exactly. Monica, you gonna pull it up because you know I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I'm downloading it. And do you want me to share my screen or?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have it on my it was on my desktop, so that's why I emailed it to you.
Got you. Would you enable sharing screen? Because when I gave it over to you,
where is it? Share.
When you click on that green box, it should give you the opportunity to say allow multiple participants to
okay.
share.
Okay, I see.
And then I should be able to. And I'm about to upload this PDF to the course too as well. Let me do that right now. And then I'll share my screen in just a second. Business credit coaching. So you guys that are waiting on me, go ahead and go into the course, go into business credit coaching. And I'm going to do, this is going to be under the live repay. Today is the 23rd, correct?
24th.
24th, I'm sorry. Coaching 2, 24, 22. And I'm going to go in there and add this PDF so you guys can do it there. Instead of me putting it in the chat, go ahead and go into the actual NNU and get it out of there. And then Tabitha, I am about to share screen in 5 seconds.
If someone is asking how often do I recommend purchasing from tier 1s, you're going to purchase until they report. Some of them report monthly, some of them report quarterly. And once that vendor reports, you can move on. You don't have to keep ordering because that's how your score is going to generate. And once your score generates from the tier 1 vendors, you can move on to tier 2, which this list tells you exactly when to jump into the next tiers.
All right, so it's in there, it's published, and now I'm going to go back and share my screen so you guys can see it here. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why. There we go. And
did I share? Did I do it right? Okay.
yeah, you did. It just was, I was being a little bit slow. Okay.
So it tells you about the tier 1 vendors. Add 3 accounts from tier 1. Ensure you make your payments early or on time. Make purchases at least $50 or more. It typically takes about 1 month to 3 months to report, depending on if they report monthly or quarterly. And then you'll see all the tier 1 vendors. It'll tell you the contact information for the vendor, what bureau they report to, the terms. So all of them are not net 30. Depends on, some of the gas cards are net 7. Some of them are even net 1, which I got the Axel flying a pilot card, I think, and it ended up being net 1, and I closed it because if I want to pay for gas every day, I'll just use my debit card. That defeats the purpose.
And that might be good for somebody to understand because I know what net 1 means and net 10 and net 30, but there may be some people who don't really know.
So net 1 would mean you buy gas on Wednesday and they're going to draft your account on Thursday. And they don't wait for you to pay it. When you initially set up that account, they ask you for your banking information. They automatically draft your account for that payment. Gas cards are typically the ones that do that the most. And some of them are net 7, which means 7 days after you purchase the gas, they're going to draft your account. It could be net 15 or net 30. I personally don't sign up for any accounts that's less than net 30.
So our, I guess, commitment, I think we should probably at least at a very minimum, put in the chat, which one of these vendors are we gonna commit to establishing a relationship with by next Friday? So you guys that have uploaded or opened up this PDF or have seen me kind of go through it, if you can put your commitment in the chat so that we can have it as a record, so that we can have it as a piece and an accountability tool for your coach next Friday to see, because she's not going to be able to move us forward until we take the steps. So this will be a good way for us to use the group to take steps. So let's drop in the chat and everybody commit to which of these tier 1 vendors that you will apply with before next Friday. Let's see what we got. Angela has a question, it looks like, Tabitha. She says, how long before you move to tier 2 companies?
Okay, so if you go down this list, until you get to the beginning of the tier 2, right there. So you need 3 tier 1 accounts reporting, and then you can jump to tier 2, which you will add 3 tier 2 accounts. So the tier 1 accounts need to be reported because that's how your score is going to generate. Once you have that 80 Paydex score, now your Experian and Equifax score, I don't even really talk about Equifax, but Experian may take longer than Dun & Bradstreet to report. It could take months longer. What I had to do was contact Experian myself, and I also purchased so they have a credit report, like credit monitoring, like you do for your regular personal credit report. It's $189 a year, but you can get your credit report as many times as you want to. You get alerts whenever something reports to your Experian business credit report. Whenever your score changes, you get alerts. So I personally think it was worth it for me. Like, I've had it for the whole year. I've tracked my credit. Whew, I can't even count the number of times. So I got my $889 worth. Mine expires in March, I believe, so I'm going to renew it because it was a really good tool, especially when I was trying to get my vehicle, because I didn't have a score with Experian for a long time. I had to dispute things. They had my personal bankruptcy on my Experian business report. Like, I filed bankruptcy on my business. I had to get that disputed. And then I finally got a score. And that's when I was able to start getting the vendors that report to Experian. Because if you don't have an Experian score and you try to go to Sam's and get that MasterCard, you're not going to get approved because they go by Experian. Is that the only question?
Let me see. I don't see any more questions. I don't see anybody typing which accounts they're going to be doing either. Y'all are going to be doing any tier 1s between now and next week? Especially now that you have this amazing tutorial guide. Talk to us. What's going on, everybody?
I'm driving, but I can't see the whole list. But I think I'm gonna start with I'll start building my credit with the notary business, and then I'll figure out the whole investment thing later.
Yeah, or you could be doing them both at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely when I get home, I'm gonna look at the list and work on one of those.
Cool.
The cards are definitely helpful for the notary side of things. I have Fuel Man and I have Circle K, and I swear they are lifesavers for me. Especially when business was slow and like I had to wait maybe 30 days to get paid from the notary side, and of course you need gas to go do signings, so it definitely comes in handy, and they are at 30. WEX also has a universal card. Now, I haven't tried to get that one personally, but I said I was going to try to get it, where you can, from what I've heard, you can book hotels with your WEX card, with the WEX universal card. I'm going to look into that because I'm going to put that in my list. I want to see if that's true. I know some people that have it and said they was able to book hotels with the WEX universal card, but it has to be the universal. Okay. Gas card. Yes, gas cards are definitely definitely recommend it. But stay away from the ones that are net 1 and net 7, unless you don't mind your account being drafted all the time. I don't like that though. Anybody else? Online for me. Uline. What about Uline, Walter?
Yeah, that would be a tier 1 that I would be interested in. So
Yes, Uline is a tier 1.
Oh, one of my businesses credit is not good. And I don't know what I did. Okay. And I think it might be because of Uline. Look, it can't be my fault. Okay. I don't know what happened, but Uline is what I'm using on my farm when I order the supplies that I put our fertilizer in. And, I didn't know how this worked. I knew I needed to pay the invoice, but I just, it took a little while. And I think that has messed me up. So how do you, because I haven't ordered from them in the past. I got a great account with them now. I can still do net 30, but there was a couple of times where I just didn't get around to paying the invoice. So if you screwed that up, is it the same with personal credit? You just got to start ordering and just pay on time again?
Well, you can try to dispute just like you would dispute some of your personal credit. So I would try to dispute it. And maybe, say, I was new to this, I forgot, whatever, make up a sob story.
Okay.
But I would try to dispute it, because if you don't dispute it, even though you corrected your payment history with them,
right,
it does affect your score.
Okay.
What is your score?
Hold on, I'm finna log in, girl. I'm finna log in, right? It's NAV, right? NAV dot.
Yeah, NAV is kind of like Credit Karma to me when it comes to experience.
Who should I log in to get my score from? I think that's where I saw it at.
Your Dun & Bradstreet scores should be accurate on NAV, but your experience score may not be accurate on NAV.
So would Dun & Bradstreet be the better place for me to check?
It's going to give you only your D&B score, so it's not going to give you your experience score. But whatever you see on NAV for Dun & Bradstreet, that should be the right score.
Okay, well, let me log in and see. And if I'm not too ashamed, I'm share my screen. Now, this is for my real estate. Now, I don't even know how it came up with a real estate score, because I've not used anything under my real estate.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, and it still has People First Realty LLC, and the LLC is dissolved. I'm a sole proprietor. And so I don't know where they got this information from. Oh, Lord, look at this. Let me show y'all. Y'all better not talk about me. Y'all better promise not to talk about me. No,
we ain't gonna talk about you. We ain't gonna talk about you.
Okay, here we go. Oh, Lord. Help me, Tabitha.
Okay, so you're not paying for NAV monthly, so you only get the letter grade, which does not tell you your score, but that C is not great.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. You need to, do you have any accounts reporting to?
See, that's the thing. My real estate company and my farm share this address. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking is happening. When I use this address to do Uline for Out the Mud Farm, somehow or another it's coming over here, I think. Could that be possible?
Because I have 2 businesses too, and I have the same virtual address for both.
Oh, okay.
But as long as your EINs are like, it's 2 totally different businesses, the address shouldn't make it combine like that.
Okay. I don't know then. I don't know what's reporting it. I don't know what this C is from.
So you need to get the NAV credit. What is it? It's the $29.99. $29.99 is the lowest you can get, up to $49.99. Now I chose the $49, and it reports to all 3 of the bureaus as a credit line.
Okay.
Business loan builder, and you can see your scores, and not just a letter grade.
Now, what if I don't want to do this with this company? Can I have multiple companies under one account, or do I need to start a NAV account for like complete sign?
For each business, And the
Okay.
lowest you do is at $29.99 to be able to
Uh-huh.
see what your scores are, but you need to see your number and not the letter grade.
Okay, well, I want to see I don't even care what it is on People First Realty. I want to create an account for complete signings.
Yes.
And so I'm finna sign up with them right now on here so that people can see what that looks like, if that's okay with you.
Yep, and I recommend everyone get NAV. I don't care what tier you in. I don't care if you're just starting. Because if you get this starting at the $29.99 up to the $49, you can choose whichever one you want to choose. It reports as a credit line to all 3 bureaus, and you get to monitor your credit reports. What's being reported, anytime your score goes up or go down, it's going to send you an alert just like it would with your personal credit.
So you will get that information. It doesn't matter which tier that you're in on now.
You don't have to have any tiers. You don't even have anything established. But once you start establishing and they start reporting, this is how you're going to keep up with what's being reported, if it's being reported accurately, are you making your payments on time? It's going to tell you everything. Now, I love NAV.
Oh, I'm like Monica. I'm gonna watch you, Monica. I need this.
Yeah. I recommend everyone get this when you can. I understand some people are not making any money yet, but as soon as you can afford to get it and pay for a monthly, I definitely strongly recommend it.
Guess what I'm doing, Violet?
You writing down your password.
You know it.
That's right.
Write down my password because I am 47 years old and I cannot remember nothing. Okay.
So I have a folder. I'm like you, Monica. I got a folder with everything written down. Grab the folder.
There you go. Here's my page, but it's getting full, so I had to pull off another. What you call it?
You need a tablet.
You know, I really do. I need that thing that Jennifer showed us in social media class. Okay, hold on. I created the account. I thought.
Okay, I have a question. I was told that we should not use 2 different businesses with the same address. That it was going to be problematic when it's time for funding and for verification and for when you're getting to a higher tier, like tier 2 and tier 3, it's best to keep everything separate. It's a little expensive, maybe so, but to get everything nice and clean, especially if you're interested in government contracting, that can become problematic.
I can't speak on the government contracting, but I can say that both of my businesses having the same office address has not stopped me from getting anything.
Okay, thank you.
Almost there, guys.
Patsy, I believe it is. Amazon and Quill, those are the 2 accounts you're saying you're going to try to. I'm sorry, Liza.
It's Lisa. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. And then I was just doing a little gas card. I was just doing one while you guys were talking trying to multitask.
Okay, gotcha. So the Amazon, are you talking about I could have sworn that wasn't tier 1 though.
Oh, it wasn't? I'm sorry.
Amazon, I think it's tier 2 or tier 3, the net 30.
Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a tier 1 account.
I haven't watched that video from last week yet, so I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But Quill is definitely a tier 1. You'll be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna try with that one too. And a gas card is tier 1 as well.
Okay, gas card tier 1. Yep.
Okay, I'm on it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for clearing that up.
You're welcome.
NAV is being very particular about the quality of my password, and they want to make sure that it is strong, and I am having a difficult time making it strong. So
Patsy asks, do you need your Dun & Bradstreet number and Paydex to move to tier 1? So you have to have a Dun & Bradstreet number. You won't generate a Paydex score until you get some tier 1 vendors and make payments, and then when they report, that's how you establish your Paydex score.
Okay, thank you.
all right, got it, folks. I'm gonna share my screen here in just a second.
Miss Tabitha, this is Violet again.
Hello.
For the Amazon, I think it was the Amazon, the one for 55 net terms.
55.
Can you post that link again if you have it?
Yeah, let me get it.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, what I do? That one. Where is it? Let's see.
All right. Upgrade my plan. All right, it's thinking. All right, it says welcome, and I think I can share now.
Sound like you're in there, Monica.
Yeah. I just got some confetti. All right, so I own this business. Now what do I do? Take me to my dashboard.
Wait a minute. This looks weird. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. What is that? That look weird. Go to your dashboard.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't do the bank part, but if you do it, they'll start giving you more of people that you would match with, like companies you would match with to get credit with, lines of credit especially. I haven't done that yet though. So did you purchase one of the
Yeah, I did the business loan builder.
Okay, so go under complete signings at the top, LLC, the business profile. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You need to complete
All these.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So what industry would you say? I don't say notary because I say education.
Yeah, I don't put notary anymore.
There we go. That's that part right there.
Well, that's a good question. What would you put if you don't put notary? I'm not an educator.
I have other legal services like non-specified, and then for my other business, I think I put business consulting in. It just Office of Notaries, that NACS is not even
Yeah, that's not valid any longer, I don't think.
it's not.
Okay, so I did those.
Another one you could use is document processing. I think it's 56130. Hold on.
Holy smokes. So they're about to pull my bank information in?
I didn't do that part. If you do that part, you will get more recommendations of companies you match with to get like lines of credit or loans.
Right.
You include your banking information. I had a friend of mine did that, and she got a hit on NAV, and she ended up getting like a $29,000 line of credit.
Oh, we finna fill this out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we finna do.
NACS code. Let me see. Let me find this next.
Because while you're looking for that NACS code, something that you guys want to think about is after you get past tier 1, and I think tier 2 has revolving credit, right? Like a revolving business card, or is that a tier 3 thing, Tabitha?
It's tier 2. Amazon, I think, is in tier 2.
Would you could use that card to pay for like Facebook ads? Could you use that card for something like that?
No, you would have to use Sam's. Citizens has a revolving credit card. Costco has a revolving credit card, but they make you personal guarantee. Shoot, my mind is going blank. It's one that I want to tell you guys about anyway. Let me look it up. Hold on, give me a second. I couldn't apply for it because they do a soft pull, and because my bankruptcy, I don't even capital tap. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Capital on tap.
Capital on tap.
Let me. It's a fintech. It's like Torpego. It's one of those fintech companies. Capital.
The speakers again.
Oh, my speaker.
Yeah, something was like rubbing against it.
I think it was my arm when I was
Oh.
typing. I was typing.
I said, we heard the typing.
That's what it is.
All right, so my profile is up to date. So let me come back out of here. Find my business, I guess. I want to show you guys. I took it off so that I can finish doing my
Your other information.
yeah, I don't know if I want everybody to see all this. They done pulled everything in. Holy moly.
Well, we'll do it, and that way we'll find out what you're doing.
Yeah, because this is too much for the
It'll pull
internet.
all your information.
Honey, yes. It's good to see though, because
Exactly.
it pulls in your daily and your weekly cash flow, and
Oh,
guess-
that's good then.
yeah, it's automatically calculating all my stuff. So I like this. This is so, but now what I need to do is just play around and get familiar with this, and then pull in my business so that it'll pull my score in.
Yes, as did your scores populate yet?
Not
Does-
yet.
You don't have enough information, but you had level grade, so you should have a score.
It's asking me, am I Tequila's Upscale LLC? Because see, now I'm in Regis, and so I guess this company has the same address.
Same address.
Okay. And now it's giving me a list of other companies, and I don't see mine. So it's not finding me at that address. You know why? Maybe I should put my old address in.
What address do you have on DMB?
Yeah, that's the thing, the old address. 252 West Northfield Boulevard. And now, so I should put that.
Yeah, whatever's on DMB, you need to put there. Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
All right.
Capital on tap and get Amazon.
It just keeps saying, we're having trouble reaching DMB. Please call us again later.
Oh.
So when
Well,
I keep searching for it, and it just doesn't.
doesn't do anything.
No.
So maybe DMB is down because that's where they pull their information from.
All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll come back to this, but this has been helpful for me because I wouldn't have even done this without this coaching session. So.
And let me get the next code for document processing. That's what I've been looking for. It's not 561.
Let me find it.
561410.
561410. And for you guys that are curious as to where you can get these codes from, if you just go to NAICS.com. NAICS it stands for North American Industrial Classification System. And 564110. You want to search for a code, go over here to NAICS codes, and then you can either put the number 56410 and hit search, or you can put the word that you think it is.
You left out the 561.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Document preparation services, and then you can click on it to see what that exactly means when the government is talking about. Word processing, transcription. So those of us that are about to get into this digital court reporting, this is what this would fall under. So if you got like the Department of Justice or the Department of whatever, and they're looking for specifically digital court reporters, people who are notaries and able to do depositions and things remotely, this is probably the next code that they would look under. And anybody in Arlington, Texas, Elias has Global TN. Been in business since 91, 10 employees, $2 million in revenue, secretarial and typing service, number of family members, 2. That's interesting.
$2 million contract? Wow.
Yeah.
Right. That sounds real nice, don't it?
Sure does. To type and be a secretary. I'll take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to,
I'm curious to see what this guy here in Brooklyn, the top, 8 million. So it looks like maybe even not being so complicated. Don't even worry about notary or legal or investigative. The general secretarial NAICS codes would fit nicely under some of our services, I would think.
Yep.
Yeah, from looking at that on your screen, it sounds like it would fit real nice.
Document prep, like Tabitha said, but then you also have office secretarial type stuff. So I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get that link for the Amazon Net 55. I have it on my phone, but I need to get it over here.
Upload it to your Google Drive, then download it on your computer.
Do what now?
Violet, you so high tech. What did you just say?
Upload the link to your Google Drive and download it on your computer. Because when it's on your Google Drive, it's already on your computer.
Okay. Let's see if I had my Google Drive set up like I was supposed to.
Uh-oh, Monica.
Right. Let me check the chat to see if there's any questions. All right, so it looks like we all really know where our individual next step is. While Tabitha's looking for that link, I want you to verbalize it. So I'm going to ask if you come off of mute. And if you haven't had the benefit of the first session, no problem. And you don't know what you're doing, just say that. But I want you to come off mute and put it in the air. So Liza got Lisa. Why do I keep wanting to call you Liza?
Which one did you get?
Which one did you get, Lisa?
Chevron.
Yep. See, look at that.
Hello. Now you got that between, when did you get this?
I just got it right now while you guys were talking, and I talk a lot.
Go, go.
Good for you.
In order to give everybody else a chance to talk, I figured I'd keep myself busy.
There you go. Just like that. Yep.
Just like that. You better go do those signings, girl.
I've been really busy this week. It's so weird. I don't know what happened, but the universe has been switching on me. So some of this stuff I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, what did I remember? What did I remember to do this week? But it's a good thing because I've been busy. So everything will fall into place.
Okay, so y'all can see the page, Amazon credit. And I don't know how to copy this link on my laptop to get it into the chat.
You want to share? You can take the share screen function back.
Okay.
Lisa in the house.
I'm
mean,
trying. I don't have no choices. I was like that one meeting that you had where you were like, you either got to pivot and move or, just go ahead and bury the grave. One or the other, get up and move or do something. So that's what I've been doing, and it's starting to pay off.
you're taking
I've been
action.
listening to everything you've been saying, the YouTube, the this, the that, whatever I can do, what I can't do, I put that on the list for later. But what I can do, I'm doing it. The Google, to be honest, uploading pictures to Google for some weird reason on my business page, I really feel like that's made a difference.
I've heard that, and video. And I know somebody had difficulty.
Right. Videos too. I've been doing that too. And I didn't even know I could do that. And I know a lot of people aren't doing it, but now all of a sudden I'm blowing up. It's weird.
Yeah, the algorithms favor video and pictures on your Google. And now that you've got this gas card, girl, you can take assignments that may not have been, looked good to you before because they were maybe a little too far. Now you can leverage your gas card, and that's I love it.
I mean, if you guys know what we're paying out here in California for gas, over $5 a gallon.
Oh Lord.
Right.
Girl, that is awesome. So now she needs to pay this. She needs to pay this account before it's due. Like, right? Is that the rule that you told us about?
With the tier ones, it's easy. Well, it is, but she has to wait till you get her invoice, or you create an online account, but it's still those are gas cards off when you try to pay them before they invoice you. I tried man, and it just throws it off. I had like a negative balance. Like I was paying too much, but really I had a balance because I paid it early before they invoiced me. So I would just wait until the invoice comes out. The invoice comes out about a week or 2 weeks before it's due. I would pay it as soon as you get the invoice.
Yeah, that's normally what I do. I got that from UTAP. As soon as I get the invoice, it say ding, I go ahead and pay it.
Mm-hmm. You asked about the Sam's credit card. So for the Sam's credit card, you need to have a Sam's membership. You don't have to have the business membership. You can have the personal membership. If you have that membership, you go up to the customer service desk and you tell them that you want to apply for the Sam's Business MasterCard because they have a regular store card and then they have the MasterCard. Me personally,
so I need to go to the desk and say Business MasterCard.
You want to take your articles of formation with you because they're going to scan it with their little tablet.
Mm-hmm.
They apply through the iPad. They're going to scan your license and they'll scan your articles of formation. And then make sure that you watch them put in your business information because sometimes they don't enter it right and in the right places. And then your application get denied all because it just wasn't done right. So I told them, could I put my information in if you don't mind? And I put my information in.
Okay, I have another question. Mm-hmm. If you have another Sam's card, I have the Sam's with the net 30, but I'm trying to get the 55. So can I have both of those?
You mean Amazon?
Amazon. I'm sorry.
You can have both.
Okay.
But the net 55 is the only one that actually reports to the bureaus.
Right. That's what you told me. I was like, oh my goodness.
And Amazon has American Express. Now, if you have a personal American Express and you apply for any business American Express, they will not do a hard pull on your credit. They will do a soft pull. If you don't have an American Express account, they're going to do a hard pull. So I always tell people, if you have an American Express already on the personal side, I would go ahead and get the Amazon American Express on the business side. Because as soon as I can get one, I'm getting one. I just can't get one right now.
Nor can I. I'm in the same boat as you, Tabitha, but that is not stopping me.
That's right. See, it didn't stop me. You can do it. Okay, I'm still trying to get this. Can you see this?
No, we can't see. It's just showing us the people.
Oh.
And y'all don't forget, we're going to go around the room and verbalize our own individual steps. So be ready to come off of mute and explain your just one thing that you're going to do between now and next week while we get this technology figured out. Patsy, we'll start with you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to come off of mute. So I'm just beginning, and I mentioned before about having to get the
We're losing you on
sorry, PAYDEX. I think I need I'm at tier 1, so I really need to DNB, my DNB number. So
Okay.
I'm very, very, very in the beginning.
So
But
your action item by next Friday is just to secure your Dun and Bradstreet.
yeah, yes.
Perfect. Okay, good
Thank
job.
you. Thank
Walter.
you.
Hey,
Yeah, like I was saying, I just back into the loop of this. I actually did a sole proprietorship last year, but I'm gonna change that to LLC so I can, because of course you can't get business credit. It is an LLC. And so that's my next step. And
okay.
because my funds are low, so I gotta do this.
Yeah, it costs money to get the LLC. So you
Yeah.
can't get business credit as a sole proprietorship, Tabitha?
You can, but they frown upon
They
it.
frown upon it.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right, we know Lisa is, she didn't already, yeah. Would you like to add anything else to your plate by next Friday, please, ma'am?
I do want to, what was that you were just mentioning? The quill and
You lying?
just, yeah. And I've already got my Dun & Bradstreet, so I'm there on that. Just trying to, I think I'm going to focus too on organizing all of what I have done and putting that together. I got the gas card and I guess quill then, right? And then from there, I don't know, where would I go from there? What would be my next?
Do you have Uline already?
No, I don't. So that's another one.
Okay, so just quill and the gas card. So you need one more tier 1.
Oh, okay.
Choose any from that list that was uploaded. And then once you get that third one and they actually report, you'll go into tier 2.
You're
Oh,
almost
okay,
there.
cool.
You could be at tier 2 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right on. That's awesome.
Okay, Marilyn.
Yes, well, I really don't know, like a lot of what I'm doing. This is like my first meeting with the business credit coaching part. So I've missed the 17th prior week and the week
Okay.
before. So there's a lot that I have to do. And right now I'm just not at this point. So I'm just trying to take notes. It's all
That's
like Greek. It's all like Greek right now. So I'm
That's
taking
good.
notes.
So your assignment is just to rewatch the first session. That's all you have to do between now and next Friday is just rewatch that first session because you're here for this one, and so that will be your homework. How about that?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Woody, how about you?
Yes, I've done all the formation stuff. I've done my LLC, I have a bank account, email, website, and all that other stuff. And I have applied for a Uline account, and I did get that. And I understand that I need to get 2 other tier 1s, but I'm not sure what the other 2 might be. I'm interested in like a gas card.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if there are gas cards in tier 1 or not, but that's what I like to do. And to I know I need to rewatch the last session, and I like to, get it really cranking for the next 6 to 9 months and get a car in under my business name.
It sounds like you're gonna do it, Woody. It sounds like you got a plan. So your homework, you already mentioned is to rewatch last week, but you've already done a good job in getting 1 tier 1. I would follow in Lisa's footsteps and get that gas card for that second tier 1 account. And then just go ahead and grab you you said you got Uline, go ahead and grab a quill and get that third tier 1 account established. Get those, so that'll be your thing is to rewatch video 1 and then get 2 more tier 1. One of them is a gas card, and you have the list, and then the other one needs to be quill, something.
Okay. What was her gas card that she got?
Chevron.
Okay. Is it a Chevron business or something? Chevron?
Yeah, it's a fleet.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Chevron.
The fleet card.
Chevron fleet card.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ms. Capera.
Circle K, Quick Trip is a Wex card. All of those you could get in tier 1 if you can get Wex. Wex has a lot of them. Okay, go ahead.
Hi everyone. So I believe I should be moving actually into tier 3 because I'm reporting with all of the other with Equifax. I have my Paydex score and
and what's that other one? It's the 3 lines. But the main thing I need definitely are additional, and like you, Tabitha, I had the that daggone axle, and it was like Flying J, and that Flying J is like
It
an
flies.
hour from my house. They're few and far between. So my list, I need to call and make sure, because I didn't see it, but the 411 listing, I keep forgetting to call AT&T and make sure that my business phone is on there, because I just looked, it's not there. So I'm gonna do that, but my goal is definitely the Sam's Business MasterCard. I want to do the NTB, and then I'm gonna do Wawa and probably the Exxon Mobil, because I know Exxon has not just the gas, but the car wash. So those are my goals for the week.
And 7-Eleven has a gas card too for business, fleet. And Sam's is in tier 3, the MasterCard, the revolving cards.
I might be in tier 3 because I applied and actually got floor and decor. Yeah. So I kind of thought that was tier 3.
It's supposed to be. And I got mine early too, just like my vehicle. A vehicle is supposed to be like tier 5. I got my vehicle with 5 accounts reporting, and 2 of those were NAV and Dun and Bradstreet, their little credit signal. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. I've got multiple like net 30s that are reporting, but I do want to be like you when I grow up and get me a car.
Someone asked on the tap card, I'm filling out the question, how would you like to repay? I would, is net 30 an option? If it is, that's what I would choose. I don't have that card, but I would do monthly, or does it say monthly or bi-weekly? I don't know what it says, but I would do monthly.
It actually says minimum 10% balance or full balance.
Oh, so it's actually how you want to pay back the balance every month. I probably would do 10% because I just like revolving credit, but you could, however you want to pay it back, you can. I guess that's a personal choice there.
And Walter's got his hand up.
Yeah, I have a question about the Sam's Club. Now, prior to knowing about this business credit coaching, I followed a lot of people on YouTube and all of that. So my question is this: once you get the whole foundation set up, and just say you wanted to apply for the Sam's and you went up there and all that, do they check credit prior to that, your business credit, or how does that even work?
So once you do the application, they look at your DMB and they look at Experian score.
Okay, so if you set everything up and you got it done, Bradstreet, you're not gonna have a credit score, right?
Right. So you just setting it up, you don't get the score. You get the score by getting the tier 1 vendors. So once you get the tier 1 vendors and they start reporting, you're going to generate a DMB score, which should be 80 if you pay it on time. It can be higher.
Also, okay, so I'm sorry. So I guess what my question is, and I'm using Sam's Club for an example. So if you got those other tier 1s and you go to them, then you can almost get an account. Then is what you're saying?
No, it's not guaranteed.
No, I'm not saying guaranteed.
Okay.
But so what if you started with them? Or you saying you need to start with Quill or Uline or all these other tier 1s?
Start with them because you don't have a score. Like if you don't have anything, you just go to Sam's and apply for a card. You don't even have a DMB score. So you have to have a score first.
So are they a tier 1?
No, Sam's is tier 3, I believe.
Okay, I get it now. Okay. I'm thinking they're in the tier 1s.
They're not tier 1. Revolving cards are not tier 1. They fall into like tier 2, tier 3. But I got my Sam's MasterCard with, I didn't have 5 accounts reported when I got it. Well, I barely had 5 accounts reported.
Okay.
I got I got my truck first. The middle of May, I applied for that Sam's MasterCard. The end of May, and I applied for Lowe's like the same day. When I got approved with Lowe's, I went to Sam's. That was because they're all Synchrony Bank.
Okay.
Bank is Amazon, Net 55, Lowe's, and Sam's. So if you get one, you should be able to get the other two, and that's exactly what I did. I got Lowe's
Okay.
first. I went to
Mhm.
Sam's and got that one, and I went to Amazon online and got the Net 55 just like that.
Okay, so again, if you set up everything the way it's supposed to be, business, the business checking, LLC, all those things you checked off. So if you do a quill first, then you should possibly get approved for it.
You need 3 tier ones at least.
Okay, so but what I'm saying is, which would be the best one to start off with?
Quill, the Uline, and a gas card, something you can use.
Okay.
The NAV reports as a credit line too. That's an easy one. Do the
Yeah.
49.99. If you do Opius for your virtual office, that's a credit line. So you could possibly have 5
Yeah.
already, right?
Oh, because from what I've seen, oh my God, there's so many, even ones you all haven't even discussed. There's so many tier one that you can get. You can pay you like $9.95 a month, and they report, and all that good stuff. So okay, I didn't want to drag that out, but thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm glad he did. I'm glad you did, Walter, because it brought up something that I want to tie in, because I'm always trying to get us to the money as soon as we can. And you might be thinking, well, Quill, I need paper towels for the house, and I might need some envelopes, but the whole thing from what I'm learning from Tabitha is you want to use it, right? You want to use it so that you can have this activity happening. Well, why not knock out 2 birds with 1 stone? Why not put an order in for some hand soap and some this and some that, and put a nice little box together for a title company? Okay. Why not get a teacher box together? Why not get a box of stuff together that's affordable? Don't go crazy with your business credit, but why not every month use this Quill account that you really don't need, right? How many paper towels do you need? Why not use this Quill account when you're building your business credit to build your business's credit? So go get something, but you have to know who your audience is so you can get the right things. So if you're trying to go after title companies to get some direct business, maybe you scroll through here. I don't know, what would a title company like? Somebody help me out. Let me think. What would be good to drop by a title company that they would have here at Quill, like a little box of sign here
stickies or something.
There we go. Okay. So you got some arrow flags, so you could do an order. You could maybe order, let's see, if you got a budget of $80, you could do a few packs of those. Okay. And there's a thing called lumpy mail, so I would get that. And then I would get the braided envelope, which is the little brown envelope with the brad. Oh, there it went. Okay, so I would get the sign here nows, and I would do an order of those, and I would do an order of these. It looks like there's 8. There's 100 in a box. So I would get 1 box of these, and then I would get some other stuff, and I would put this in the envelope. And it's called Lumpy Mail, Lumpy. It's a marketing tool. And when people have lumpy mail, what do?
They open it.
So now you have taken your knowledge of business credit and you're using it like you need to, but not only are you using it, but you're using it to market. So you take this lumpy mail with these little things in it. Maybe you threw some other stuff in there, who knows? And you just drop it off at the title company. You don't even stop and talk because, hey, I'm just stopping in. It's real quick. I just gotta run. Okay. So you do that, and you never know. If you got your cards in there, somebody may give you a call. But I think it would be cool to kind of start to think in terms of, let's use this business credit in a really practical way towards our marketing.
Okay, someone wanted me to talk about the vehicle. FKS, did I get my car, my business name? Yes, I did. It's so how long were you in business? So I was in business 2 years. I just hit 3 years. Actually, this April will be 3 years for me. So when I bought my vehicle, I was at 2 years because I bought it in May and I hit 2 years in April. I only had 5 accounts reporting at the time. I think what helped me is the income from the previous year, because I made 6 figures that 2020 year, and I took my tax return in with me. I don't know. I think that's what probably got me the vehicle, because I got approved like within a couple minutes. I was like, what? So yeah, LinkedIn Business could have helped. I think the income, the revenue helped. And I went to Ford. Ford is easy though. So if you want a vehicle, Ford is really easy. I'll tell anybody, go to a Ford dealership. You'll get financed through Ally or Ford. I was financed through Ally. But Ford is super easy if you want a vehicle and you haven't been in business a long time. Somebody else.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. Do you know how long they would actually request that you're in business? I know you just said not that long, but do you know what the minimum amount of time is?
Oh, it varies. I think
Okay.
I've seen people be in business a year and get a vehicle and get 3 vehicles and put them on turbo. I've seen people in business 6 months get a vehicle, and I was in business 2 years. So I think it just depends on your business profile, what it looks like when they pull your credit, and like revenue and income probably. Well, same thing. Income and then LinkedIn Business may matter. Your DMB score, definitely they look at that. So as long as you have an 80, for DMB, you should be fine, because that's who Ally. That's what they use, DMB, not Experian.
But do they pull your personal credit along with it, or do they just only look at your business credit?
So you want to make sure you talk to the fleet commercial manager at the dealership, and you want to tell them that you do not want to use your social. You are putting in your EIN only. If you do not, they will try to get you the personal guarantee.
And you said go through the fleet commercial
manager, yes, because just going to the regular salesman in the dealership, a lot of them don't know about business credit and business financing, so they'll try to tell you, no, you can't do it. You have to, use your social. No, you don't. I didn't use my social at all. I couldn't use my social. So, but you need to talk to the fleet manager. I called and I want to talk to the fleet manager. He was there that Saturday. He sent me the application by email. I scanned it back to him in like 15 minutes. He called me back and told me to come look at a vehicle.
And I hate to be so nosy and ask so many questions, I'm sorry, but did they ask down payment wise?
No, they did not request a down payment, but I did put down a down payment because I didn't like my car note with where it was without a down payment.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
FK, while we got you on the horn, you were next in line to let us know what your action item is going to be between now and next week with regard to your business credit.
Well, my. Well, thank you. I'm totally new to the group, so I actually found you on YouTube, and I was very impressed. So I joined from there.
Nice.
Yes, thank you. So for me, I will just be getting one more tier 1. I'll do that this week. And I have Opus, so I have all of those and Uline and all that. So I'll just get one more. Then that way I can go ahead and start with tier 2. I already have an LLC and all that.
Nice. Love it. Oh, hey, Mike O. Where you at, friend?
Hey, how everybody doing?
Good.
Right, how are you?
I'm all right. Where I'm at right now,
Yeah.
I'm tier 1.
Okay.
Tier 1, that's it. I'm gonna start everything, go back through all the videos. I've been busy because I started doing Ron. And yes, so I'm chiming back in, and I'm just gonna crack down the next 7 days and just get everything out the way.
That'll work. Love it. Jackie,
All
what
right.
about you?
Good evening, everyone. I applied for and got a Costco, and I'm working on my LLC.
All right now.
Look
So
at you
that's
getting the
Costco and Amazon. Thank you.
Very good. Violet, are you back from your phone call? She may still be gone. We'll go to Tyrell. Tyrell Knox.
Hello, how you guys doing? I want to do from, I'm sorry, I'm filling out this NAB thing now, so that was gonna be on my list, but I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go for I want to go for a gas card, so that'll be for next week. Gas card.
Awesome. Great job. Love
Thank
it,
you.
love it. Desiree.
Good evening, everyone. I gotta ask Tabitha about a situation that I just was made aware of when she spoke about how she is leasing her office space in her home. How did you set that up? Because here's my situation. I just got a reply back, and I know we're not talking about government contracting, but I got a reply back. So they approved my SAMS.com, my SAMS.gov account last year. And I had to provide an explanation about my virtual office because they had other offices there. They approved it. Made an update to my SAMS.gov account 2 weeks ago, and they started probing again and asking me those questions again. So today I got a reply back that I either need to get a lease because I was only doing it for the business address, and that I need to get a lease or I need to use my home address. My question is, if you use your home address, does that make your information public?
On SAMS?
On SAMS, because I do operate out of my home. I'm a remote online notary, but I do mobile notarizations as well. And I just did not want to use my home address.
Well, I use my home address on SAMS because they wouldn't take my virtual address with Regis.
Okay.
So I had to use my home address in order to get my SAMS profile approved.
Okay.
Now, as far as renting it out with the S Corp side of tax filing, I use the Augusta rule. So you can rent your home out from yourself to your business for up to 14 days out of the year, up to $500 a day, and then you would deduct that off of your taxable income. So it's like $7,000.
So for my notary business, do I need to have that set up as a LLC? Because I'm a sole prop right now.
Yeah, so the only way you can use the Augusta rule is being a S Corp, filing as an S Corp.
So LLC file as S Corp. Okay.
I'm not saying go out and get an S Corp now.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
It's a lot to it. And you have to justify. I did an S Corp because I was going to have to pay $40,000 in self-employment taxes if I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So they told me, you better file an S Corp or you should be paying, $30,000. And I was like, what? No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and change. So I got my Dun & Bradstreet. I got my, like I said, I just had a little hiccup with my SAMS.gov, so I'm gonna work on that. But I have a Lowe's business card. I have a Costco. I have Home Depot. These are all business cards. I have Quill account. And I think I have a Shell gas fleet card.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend a lot of time between now and next week getting my SAMS.gov stuff straightened out, because I either have to go back and change everything from my EIN with my address and everything to use my home address, or I need to get a lease with one of the virtual offices. And I would like to stay with the one that I'm with, but it's going to cost me about $2,000 because they want that first month rent, and then also if I do month to month, it costs more to do month to month instead of going into a 12-month agreement. So yeah, I got some work to do.
Can I
Thank you.
say something, please? Okay, so I know I'm new to the group, but let me try to help you all out with something. I work with one of these organizations. So when it comes down to these virtual addresses, there is a way to get around it, especially if you use Opius. Okay, they charge like $100 a month, but they, as Tabitha said, they also report to NAV, correct? But you can also use that for SAM.gov. You do not want to use, as much as you all can avoid, your home address, because that becomes public knowledge.
Yes.
They know everything that you're doing. So
Mhm.
try to avoid that. When you go to change all your information, make sure you change everything in the same day so that everything can actually loop up, if you will. It will update together, right? So when you go back through sam.gov, you'll pass the first part, but you want to get to that cage part. Most of the problems when it comes to the virtual addresses is the cage. A lot of times, sometimes their virtual boxes like iPostal, they'll have 2 or 3 different plans that they'll sell you. So you want to pay attention. They'll have, for example, virtual address, they'll have business address, and both of those are $9.95 a month, right? But you want to make sure you choose the business address, and then there's the mail agent form. When you sign that form, of course, you have to have a notary to stamp it and everything. That will have your address to show up as if it is a physical address. And a lot of people don't know that.
Okay, so you're saying either go to Opius or
iPostal, but I will recommend Opius because you're going to report to NAB, which is going to help with your business credit. And they will also give you a person that will answer the phone for you. So you automatically have a business phone line with that. I think it's, like I said, $99 to $100 a month, right? But that's the best thing to do. And then that way they will send you a letter that you can use as a lease. So that it'll avoid you having to go through all those questions.
okay.
Yes, right here.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate
You're welcome.
All right. So this I just pulled up just so you guys can see. As you can see, I haven't updated my information with them in order to get that letter that FK was just referring to, because this is just my backup. I just signed up with this based on when Tabitha taught us the first time she taught this class. And I've been paying them the $99 a month in hopes that it's building my business credit. But my address here, this 925 South, I don't use that on anything. I'm actually in a Regis office, so I use that address, but this is what their back office looks like, and you can come in here and manage it and do all types. You get a fax number and everything. So, all right. So we dropped
you.
off. You're welcome. Violet, you're back. Did you want to give us what your accountability was between now and next week?
My accountability is to work on my Amazon 55 net. I pretty much got everything else far as, the DONS, EIN, XYZ, SAM.gov. So I want to work on that Amazon, and I'm still working towards my truck.
Nice. I like it.
That's it.
And Takesha, what is the one thing you're going to get done between now and next week when it comes to your business credit?
Good evening, everybody. I'm just pretty much starting out. I just actually got through the IRS today to get my EIN number situated. I'm a sole proprietor that I have it listed as because I'm just starting out. So I'm going to try with Uline and Quell and one of the gas cards.
Very good. So you're going to make, yeah, that's good, you guys. I'm just saying do one, but really we got the time. Do 3 tier 1s by next Friday, y'all. We ain't here to play no games of 2022.
Oh, we got it. We're going to do as many as possible between now and next week, not just.
Come off of TikTok, okay?
Exactly.
Stop scrolling on Facebook, okay? Do your 3. Y'all see Lisa just sat here and did it on this call, and somebody else, I saw somebody just applied for something while we were sitting here and got it. So go ahead and get your tier 1s knocked out next week for those of you who can. Tamika, what about you for next week?
Okay, so you don't have to have your DMV set up before you start applying to these places?
You have to have a DUNS number.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have a DUNS number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is that list, that sheet that you had up earlier? Is that in the course? Would that showed all the tiers? Because I didn't see it.
So I'm going to go to it so you can see it. So when you log into business credit coaching, I'm going to share my screen and walk you to it.
Okay, thank you.
So when you're logging in to NNU, okay. So you're here, or you go to your library, obviously. Go down to business credit coaching. live replay business credit coaching 22422.
Oh, okay.
There's this
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
I didn't
then
click on the right
once
one.
we're done, yeah, we'll upload the video and it'll be right here.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I started my notary business last year. So I have a lot of this set up. Like, I got my LLC, my EIN, insurance. I got my bank account. But I don't have the done. So I was gonna work on that. And would you recommend getting me? I have a business bank account, just like a debit card. So should I go ahead and apply for a credit card as well?
With your bank that you have your business account with?
Yeah.
They're gonna pull your personal credit. So any bank card is gonna pull personal credit. So if you don't care about your personal credit being pulled, then you can. But
okay, gotcha.
Definitely gonna
I'll think about that one. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll work on at least the duns for next week.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Tabitha. Well, everybody is put out there what they're planning on doing between now and next Thursday session.
Okay.
So, did you have anything else that you wanted us to do before we got off the call?
No, but next week I'm gonna try to have some funding information for you guys that want to have good credit. Don't mind using your credit. You'll have to use your credits, but if you want capital for your business, I'll have some information to share with you guys for that next week.
Cool. Anybody got any final things that they want to ask before we get out of here for the evening? All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning I learned a lot, 1 meaning I really already knew all this stuff. Could you let us know how the class rated for you? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank y'all very much for the feedback. We very, very, very much appreciate it. And we will see you next Thursday night.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good one.
Please make sure y'all did what you're supposed to do.
You safe out there.
Thanks. Good night.
Good
All
night.
right, good night, y'all.